Shalom Aleichem, everybody. In the very beginning of the Magid section at the Pesach Seder, we begin with Ha-Lachma Anya. It's a passage in Aramaic where we discuss the impoverished bread that our ancestors ate in Mitzrayim. We invite anybody who wants to come and join us, and we end by saying L'shana haba be'aretz Yisrael. We say, God willing, next year will be in Eretz Yisrael. And many Mefarshim ask various questions on this enigmatic passage. First of all, why is it indeed in Aramaic? The rest of the Haggadah is in Lashon HaKodesh. Secondly, many people ask, what kind of disingenuous invitation is this? I'm really inviting people to my Pesach Seder? Not really. If it was a couple weeks beforehand and I sent out WhatsApps to everybody, maybe. If I stood in shul on the night of Yontif before everybody left and said, anybody hungry can come and join me, that's a real invitation. I'm sitting in my house. The windows are closed. The doors are closed. I'm not telling anybody. My Seder started already. Am I really inviting anybody? And also, why do I end this passage with L'shana haba be'aretz Yisrael? That's not connected to the Pesach Seder. What's going on here? So there is a gorgeous and fundamental idea that is shared by Rabbi Eliezer Ashkenazi, a major Talmud Chacham from Italy, from Poland. He died in 1585, and he has a sefer called Ma'aseh Hashem on the Chumash, and in Chelek Beis, he has a perush to the Haggadah, and he says the following beautiful idea. He says, if you take a look at the Rambam Rav Moshe ben Maimon, who died in 1204, the Rambam in his Hilchos Chametz Umatzah, the Rambam outlines what we're supposed to say during the Pesach Seder when the Beis Hamikdash is built. And there in that text, the Rambam does not include Ha-Lachma Anya. However, at the end of Hilchos Chametz Umatzah, the Rambam also has a Haggadah there. He has a full text of the Haggadah, and he says there that this is a Haggadah bizman hagalus, when there is no Beis Hamikdash. And there, in the Haggadah for the Zman Hagalus, he indeed does have Ha-Lachma Anya. That could be another question. Why in Hilchos Chametz Umatzah, when the Beis Hamikdash is around, we don't say Ha-Lachma Anya, but when the Pesach Seder is said without the Galus, without the Beis Hamikdash, we do say Ha-Lachma Anya? Says the Ma'aseh Hashem, again, he died in 1585, says the following gorgeous idea. Rabbi Eliezer Ashkenazi, the Ma'aseh Hashem, says that Ha-Lachma Anya was introduced to the Haggadah. It was introduced into the Haggadah right after the Churban Beis Hamikdash, and it was introduced in Galus. And that, says the Ma'aseh Hashem, why Ha-Lachma Anya is said in Aramaic. They began their Seder with Ha-Lachma Anya, which in the words of the Ma'aseh Hashem was a kina, kuf yud nun hey. It was a dirge. It was a sad thing. They were saddened. They remembered that last year this was a happy event. We had the Beis Hamikdash. We had the Korban Pesach. We ate the Korban Pesach in Yerushalayim. But this year, we're focusing on Ha-Lachma Anya diachalu avasana be'aretz Mitzrayim. We're focusing on the matzah that they ate in Mitzrayim. We're not even focusing on the Korban Pesach anymore. And beyond that, you know what makes us sad? What makes us sad is that the halacha of the Korban Pesach is that you have to organize what's called a chabura. You have to organize a group who's going to eat this Korban Pesach before the Korban Pesach is shechted on Erev Pesach. Everybody has to have a kazayis of this Korban Pesach. So we have to figure out, well, this is the number of people in my family. This is the number of people in your family. You've got 3, you've got 6, you've got, okay, all together. Okay, this is the Chabura. We're going to eat the Korban Pesach together. That took place days before the Korban Pesach was shechted. Or certainly, at least, it took place the day before the Korban Pesach was shechted. You can't just walk in to eat a Korban Pesach off the street. But today, what's another element of this sad part? Today, we're not inviting anybody to our Seder. We're declaring in a sad note, Kol dichvin yesei v'yichol, Kol ditzrich yesei v'yifsach. You know what? Now, unlike last year, when we had the Beis Hamikdash, when we have the Korban Pesach, where we had to plan ahead, today, anybody can just walk in Anybody can just walk in. Yes, it's nice to include people, but I'm not including people now. I did that already. Now I'm just declaring in a saddened way. I wish next year we should be in Yerushalayim, God willing. But this year, Kol Dichvi, anybody who wants to. I'm not inviting people. Whoever wants to can come in and eat from at the Seder, because we don't have, unfortunately, the Korban Pesach. That is the way the Maaseh Hashem explains Halach Ma'anya. And it reminds us in the very beginning of the Pesach Seder what we do not have. Let me rephrase that. What we did not have last year. But Be'ezras Hashem, this year we won't say Halach Ma'anya. This year, Be'ezras Hashem, we're going to be in Yerushalayim. We're going to be at the Beis HaMikdash. We're going to eat the Korban Pesach. Be'ezras Hashem. And we won't have to say Lashana Haba Ba'arad Yisrael. We're not going to have to say next year in Israel. We are, God willing, this year in Eretz Yisrael. Have a Chag Kasher V'Sameach, everybody.